Sent in by several people. Again, it's by Yahoo Answers user Misty, who asks, what is the best place to work in at the mall?
Huh. Well, the answer, I think, is obvious, but...
I just want to fucking talk about this.
I just kind of want to
jokes
talk
out.
about it. Yeah.
Can we just send jokes out of the room for
Well,
a
we
little
talked
bit?
about
Is that
Bitcoin
okay?
for about 75 minutes earlier in the episode, so I think there's a precedent established.
Okay, you know what? Let's just say, hey, jokes, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. We're going to settle this.
I have worked a couple of mall jobs.
Do you call your phone jokes?
No, I don't call my phone jokes. That's a very good idea, though. If I could program it to be like, hey, stop it.
I've worked several mall jobs, and I think right now...
Don't need your bona fides, just need an answer.
If I was going to pick a mall job, I think it would be like a cell phone case kiosk.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, it feels low impact. Like, I don't think you're dealing with customers left and right. It's a very narrow window of information you have to be briefed on. You get to sit down for a lot of it. Very little oversight over what you do. Most of the time when I see people working there, they're like on their phones or in some cases even like you playing games.
Travis, you've just hit the biggest issue with it. When I see people working there, if you put yourself into the cell phone kiosk, what you've basically done is put yourself into a human zoo.
Yeah.
You are an exhibit at the mall museum. Constant scrutiny. Everyone looking at you. What are they looking at on the phone? What are they up to? And it's that thing of like, that judgy thing that people do where it's like, I can't believe they're on their phone when they were just on their phone like 15 seconds ago, and they just don't happen to be on their phone right at that exact second. It's an incredible level of scrutiny. It'd be a terrible job.
You've picked arguably one of the most stressful gigs.
Gotta be the most stressful.
I mean, I disagree only because I stand by the low oversight thing of like that for me. And any job I've ever had is a boss who is looking to make themselves, especially in a retail environment, looking to make themselves feel essential. And so they are just looking for things to point out so that they feel like they're doing their job.
If you're at the cell phone kiosk or the Hillshire Farms kiosk or any kiosk, your boss is going to be able to fucking clock you from 100 yards.
Wow,
they can monitor your progress without you even
There are no
knowing.
corners.
There's not the telltale
But
like...
what kiosk boss is like checking in? If you own a kiosk, I think you didn't buy it because you were ready to be super hands-on.
Travis, they're the face of Super Sterling Silver. Of course I'm going to check on them. They are the front line of customer interaction, and I'm in charge of making sure that our customers always walk away with silver and a smile.
There is a kiosk,
whatever engraved gifts
at the Kenwood Town Center here in Cincinnati, where the product that they sell is glass cubes, where the center of them has been laser etched with some kind of photograph of perhaps a beloved pet or a child or a Meemaw that you want to remember. And I see that every time I go to the Kenwood Mall, and I think that's a front for something. There's no way that they sell enough engraved
cubes.
Cubes.
What are you doing today? Going to the mall. Cool. Can I come along? Sure, I guess if you want to watch me stand around and look at cubes for an hour. Well,
Gotta
I pick
pick
the
out
best
the perfect
grandma
cube.
I'm trying to pick the perfect grandma Tesseract.
I'm locking my grandma in this holocron.
She's wronged Krypton, and I need to... Yep. Haven't seen Meemaw since I banished her to the Phantom Zone.
All that's my Meemaw's Horcrux. $29.99 at the Kenwood Mall. Believe it or not. Okay, so that's incorrect, Griffin.
I mean, here's what's making this tough for me. I feel like an Auntie Anne's is thrilling. You see an Auntie Anne's, and then you probably do. I assume you get to eat some Auntie Anne's at some point, or at least you get like a dope discount. But at what point? I love the smell of an Auntie Anne's down the wafting down an airport terminal or something like that.
Sure,
but that smell, I imagine, after I'm gonna be really generous and say like 3 weeks is going to be like a complete nightmare.
I'll see any restaurant, any food service, you are going to run into that. Definitely happened at the OG. Love the breadsticks, love the chicken scampi, love so many of their offerings. Could not stand it after,
And not only while you're there, the problem is especially with something like that pretzel smell, it permeates. Eventually,
it gets in you.
That's right.
It's gonna get in your clothes, which will then get in your car, which will then you change, you have your uniform at home, and like your home will smell faintly of pretzels. It will haunt you.
My friend Tommy Red used to work at Fazoli's, and if he stored his uniform in the cab of his truck, when he would give me a ride to school, I would insist on riding in the truck bed. So vibrant was the smell of this Fazoli's uniform, this bizarro anti-air freshener. It's gonna make you hate. If you work at a food you love, you're gonna hate it a few weeks in. If you work at a place you hate, you're gonna hate it more. So food service is incorrect. I'm gonna give you my hot take, and you all can.
You've had approximately 400 jobs, so I will defer to you.
This is not one I've had, but it is. I'm pretty sure of what the best job would be, and that is the vape shop at the mall. So vape shop is fucking cool because you just sit around and vape. And if your boss opens the door and they're like, "What are you doing? Just sitting around and vaping?" You'd be like, yeah, I am. I'm both advertising our product and becoming more knowledgeable about it. And I'm sitting here cranking some major fucking cotton,
yeah,
and spooking the guy over at Macy's. I think that the vape shop would be a very chill place to work. Morally, I don't know. The science is out.
Yes, when you're but that's it. Juice. That's the perfect fix. Is when your loved ones are like, the science is out, but what science we have? You know, it's. I'm worried about you. You can be like, hey, it's for work.
They actually made a rule at the vape shop at the Huntington Mall. At first, they were allowed to crank cotton 24/7, and then they made a rule that you couldn't crank cotton at all. And to watch the discrepancy in employee satisfaction was so palpable, it could be felt at the American Cookie Factory. It was so distinct to this go from like, wow, this is a fucking very good job, to I've got to get the fuck out of here and indulge my addiction to aerosolized nicotine.
Boy, between the Bitcoin and vape chat, this episode has a particular sort of flavor to it.